I hear it all the time. Many single women who are dating and they desire a relationship. They really, really, really want to attract the right guy. But they tell me, I'm just waiting on the one. I'm just, allowing myself to be found. I'm just waiting. I'm not trying to rush into anything. I'm not trying to do anything outside of me waiting. And it sounds wonderful. It sounds spiritual. It sounds beautiful. But I'm going to share 5 reasons why waiting on a man is not what you should be doing. Hi, I'm Rainie Howard, best-selling author and relationship expert. And if you want to go deeper into learning more about how to attract a connected, committed relationship, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel and go ahead and click the bell so that you get all notifications on new videos. Also, I want to let you know that my free masterclass is still open. So if you're interested, go ahead and click the link in the description and join us in the free masterclass, and also sign up for the Divine Connection Method coaching program. So waiting on Mr. Right may seem like the right idea, right? But actually it creates complacency. And it also creates resistance from you being in an active, loving, connected relationship. Waiting can cause you to be in this place where you're attracting more situations for you to just be waiting. And again, it sounds great. I'm not rushing. I'm not pursuing. I'm not out here trying to make something happen. And of course, you don't want to get in the chase of things. You don't want to find yourself out here trying to force a relationship or force some type of connection. You do want it to flow. You want it to be natural. You want to really attract that loving, connected, committed relationship you desire. But you want to make sure that you're not in a place where you're just waiting, where you're sitting around thinking that you're going to come and be rescued by Mr. Right and he's going to be your hero. That's not how it happens. And this is the reason why I teach the strategies and techniques to my clients, and also in my free masterclass on why it's important for you to get aligned in the relationship that you really desire and to the relationship you really desire. You don't want to be so caught up on waiting that you hold yourself back from being in the flow and the active energy of connecting with the right one. Number 1 reason why waiting is not a good idea, because you don't want that resistancy and you don't want that complacency. Now, let's get into it. The number 2 reason why waiting on a man is not a good idea. So waiting on a man will keep you stuck. It will keep you stuck. Just think about it. When you want to make money, right? You aren't just sitting around waiting on a job. You're not waiting for an opportunity to call you or come to you. No, you begin to get active in the marketplace so that you can add value into the marketplace, and that way you can earn money as a result of that. So why do people think it's okay to just sit back and think that you can just wait on this relationship without actively being involved in the process of connecting and attracting a loving relationship? I think people think that, this wonderful loving marriage should just fall in their lap. It should just happen. It should just fall out the sky and everything. And if it doesn't happen for them, then, they're in a suffering place and everyone else is thriving. Everyone else is in love. And what's wrong with me? No. You can be in love and enjoy love and connect with love and enjoy a quality connected relationship as you begin to get more active in that process. And it is a process. It's not something that's just going to fall into your lap or just fall out the sky and, the heavens are open up and now you're with the one. No, it's a process. And it's very important that you become intentional about this process, that you understand the role that you play in this process, that you are a part of it. It's not just happening to you, but actually you're a part of the process of creating this amazing, loving relationship. And, a lot of times people, they sit back and they wait. And even some people that are in relationships, they can just sit back and wait on their partner to make things right and to fix things and to do everything they desire because they feel like everything should just be there to make them happy. When no, it's a process. You don't want to get stuck in waiting and just sitting back and waiting for something to happen. No, you are here in life to thrive. You are here to enjoy your life, to participate in the flow of life, in the activity of life, in the desires of life. And yes, there are times when you may be more focused on doing the mental work and the spiritual work and preparing yourself and aligning yourself. And then as you do this, you follow that inspired action that you have and you take action. I talk to so many women. I have so many clients that I work with, and they're doing the work and they're working on themselves and they're getting, feeling better, but they're not out here participating in the flow of love. They're not connecting in the relationship. They're not dating. They're not actively meeting new people. And so how can you expect yourself to be aligned and ready for a relationship when you're not even getting your feet wet? You're not even out here talking. You're not even out here, actively being involved in the flow of love and the flow of connection and relationship and abundance and all of these things. It's going to require you to be a part of that process. And so this is a technique that I teach in the free masterclass that you can join and click the link in the description. But I talk about the importance of building the foundation and aligning yourself to the relationship you desire. See, a lot of people, they don't know what they want. They know what they don't want. They've been heartbroken, been in toxic relationships, been in different relationships that didn't work out. And a lot of times that's their experience, and it can be traumatizing, and it can, cause you to want to scale back and not really get too involved when it comes to other relationships. So I want to encourage you to really begin to open up your mind and your idea of moving beyond that waiting period. Okay, so number 3, the reason why waiting on a man is not a good idea, because waiting keeps you believing that the outcome is out of your control. It leads you to believe that you're only just supposed to just wait around, and this wonderful man is supposed to come to you and find you and pursue you, and you have no ownership in that process. It's out of your control. So when it doesn't happen, you feel that your results are out of your control, where you're unhappy because that relationship didn't work out, because they did that, because they didn't do that. And so it keeps you feeling like the love you desire is out of your control, and it makes you feel like a victim. It makes you feel like, woe is me. I'm not getting what I desire. I'm not experiencing this love. When no, see, the process of you attracting and aligning, all of that is in your control. And you are playing a role in the process of that. And just understand, even your decision to just wait and sit around and not do anything is a part of your control. And it's a decision that you're intentionally making, and it's creating a result in your life. See, this is what we all need to understand when it comes to attracting relationships, when it comes to, things that we desire to manifest and wanting to see those things unfold in our life. What we need to be aware of is our intention, our daily intention. What have you been intentional about? What have you intentionally said, this is what I desire, this is what I want, and this is what I'm willing to do in this process? See, you have to make an intention. This is your life. You have the power. You have the power to direct yourself and to align yourself in the way that you desire. And see, part of this process is getting real with, what it is you desire, knowing that those desires are God-given desires, they're inspirational desires, they're spiritual desires, they're divine desires. I hear people tell me, well, what if it's not meant for me to be in a relationship? Well, if you really desire this loving, connected, committed relationship, you having that desire is evidence that is meant. You having that desire is proof that that seed is in your heart, that is planted there. That desire is there for you to water that seed and make sure that you're cultivating the soil around that seed, which is your mind, making sure your thoughts are aligned with that desire, making sure your beliefs are aligned with that desire, making sure that you're feeding that desire on a day-to-day basis, that you are moving forward in the process of that desire, and you're not getting caught up and what reality looks like right now in your current condition. Because if reality doesn't align with what it is you really desire, you don't want to allow that situation to control you moving forward. So this is why it's so important for you to take ownership of this process and become intentional about exactly what it is you desire to see manifested in your life when it comes to you attracting a loving relationship and connecting with the partner that is really aligned to what it is you see for your life. And these are some of the emotional and strategy techniques that I teach in my free masterclass. So you want to go ahead and sign up for that and be sure to be a part of that, because you're going to learn the process of attracting the love that you really do desire. Okay, the number 4 reason why you should not be waiting on a man is because the energy of waiting is much different from the energy of receiving. Now let's talk about this. Think about waiting. When I think about waiting, the energy of waiting, I think about being in a waiting room, right? Let's say you have a doctor's appointment, a checkup, and they have you in this waiting room and you're just sitting there and you're bored, really, right? You're bored because you're just waiting. It's nothing for you to do, so you're looking for little idle things to do to fill your time, but you're not moving forward. You're just waiting. You're in the waiting room. And so a lot of people spend their lives being in the waiting room. They're in this waiting room of life, and they're bored with their life. They're bored with, the way things are going. But they have this vision, they have these desires, they want the relationship, they want the love, but they're in this waiting room of life, right? And it creates a certain type of energy, the waiting energy, versus receiving. Receiving is a totally different type of energy. Think about receiving a gift. Think about, Christmas morning when you were a child and you knew you were going to get something, a toy or something, right? And you knew Christmas was coming. It was the next day. And you had this energy of receiving. You were excited. You were anticipating. You were just so enthused about life or what was coming, the gifts. But when you think about that, being in the energy of receiving and applying that in your life, just being able to have a life where you're anticipating good things. You're anticipating and excited about life. You're excited about, being a part of the flow and the activity of life. And it's not so much just about you out here just dating and taking all this action and dating, but life period. And you're enjoying having these visions and desires and putting them into practice and receiving them and believing in them and really moving forward, enjoying yourself, enjoying life, excited about life. See, that's a different type of energy. And this is why I said it's important to not just be in this waiting energy and not just wait on a man, waiting for a husband. Oh, I'm looking for him to find me and I'm going to sit around and I'm going to wait. No, but you want to get excited. You want to know that you're about to unwrap this beautiful gift of this loving relationship, connected, committed relationship, loving husband, just enjoying yourself, right? So you get excited about this energy of receiving because you're expecting it. You're not just waiting, you're expecting, you're anticipating. So this is how you want to begin to flow with this type of energy, because this is the energy that opens you up to attract even more. And I teach these techniques on how to get yourself prepared and ready, how to prepare yourself, how you have to go through some spiritual decluttering, how you need to go through some mental, psychological alignment. There are strategies and ways to get yourself aligned to this in a way to where you are no longer waiting, but you are thriving. And life is beautiful, exciting. Life is fun, okay? This is where you want to be. So finally, the number 5 reason why you should not be waiting on a man is because you need to be actively engaging and aiming for that love you desire. So when I say you want to actively align, what I mean is you want to be so intentional about the things you do, about what you're doing and how you're doing it, and your energy, and aware of how you're feeling and your thoughts. Are you doubting yourself? Are you having some fears? Are you having some unbelief? Are you struggling with some heartbreak? Whatever it is, you need to be aware of it. See, a lot of times, people go through these things, right? And a lot of times they ignore it. They put it back. They don't do the work. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to heal. Therapy doesn't always help because they pulling up old, information and painful experiences from the past that just bring up more emotional pain, and they don't know how to deal with it and how to get beyond it. And so these are the strategies and techniques that I teach you. And you can get started in this in my free masterclass. But what I teach you is how to begin to heal from that past and move beyond it. See, not only healing it, but moving beyond it. Because the more you go back and you revisit and you replay and you re-experience, you just bring up that same energy. You bring up that same toxic vibration, and it brings your mood down. It gets you in this place of feeling down and depressed and moody and stressed and anxious and fearful and worried. But you want to get to a place where like I said earlier in the video, where you're excited about life, where you are thriving, where you are excited about love, where you're expecting for that beautiful relationship you really desire. And you're doing this and you're having fun. This is how you want to align yourself moving forward. And so, if you're interested in learning the 4 proven steps of a quality, connected, committed relationship, go ahead and click the link for my free masterclass. Click the link in the description. Also, be sure when you go into the masterclass and you join us and you watch the masterclass, I want you to go ahead and consider signing up for the Divine Connection Method Coaching Program. And if you want more videos like this to learn how to attract the quality, connected, committed relationship, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell for notifications so that you get all the new videos when we post. And I look forward to connecting with you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.